You know what's strange? Almost everyone has felt replaceable at some point. Maybe it happened after someone stopped replying to your messages. Maybe your boss praised the new employee more than you. Maybe your closest friend slowly started spending time with someone else. And suddenly, without anyone saying it out loud, one thought quietly appeared. What if they found someone better? Here's the unsettling part. Being rejected hurts, but feeling replaced, that cuts much deeper. Because rejection says, this wasn't the right fit. Replacement whispers, you were never special to begin with. If you've ever felt that way, you're not weak. Your brain is responding exactly the way it was designed to. Long before dating apps or massage, social media, or job interviews, humans survived by belonging to a group. Being pushed out didn't just mean loneliness. It could mean starvation, danger, even death. Your brain still remembers that. That's why being ignored, forgotten, or replaced doesn't feel like a small inconvenience. It feels like survival is on the line. Scientists have even found that social rejection activates many of the same brain regions involved in physical pain. In other words, your heart isn't just metaphorically hurting, your brain is treating it like a real injury. But here's where things become even more interesting. For many people, this fear didn't begin in adulthood. It began much earlier. Imagine growing up believing that love had conditions. You received praise when you got good grades, attention when you behaved, affection when you made people proud. Without realizing it, your brain learned a dangerous equation. Love isn't something you have, it's something you earn. Years later, that lesson quietly follows you into adulthood. You don't just want people to like you, you feel like you have to constantly prove why they shouldn't replace you. Psychologists call this conditional self-worth. Your value depends on someone else's approval, and that's exhausting, because approval can disappear overnight. This is also why some people panic over things that seem small: a delayed text, a canceled plan, a partner who's suddenly quieter than usual. To someone else, those moments are ordinary. To someone carrying old abandonment wounds, they feel like evidence. They're leaving. They've found someone better. This is often linked to something psychologists call anxious attachment. People with this attachment style don't simply fear being alone, they expect it. Their mind constantly scans for signs that they're about to be abandoned. Not because they're irrational, because somewhere in the past, inconsistency taught them that love could disappear without warning. But then modern life came along and turned that fear into a business model. Think about dating apps for a second. With one swipe, hundreds of new faces appear. One conversation ends, another begins instantly. One woman described the experience online by saying she felt less like a person and more like a disposable toothbrush. Harsh, but understandable. When everyone looks infinitely replaceable, it's easy to believe you are too. Every swipe silently asks one question: what if someone better is just one more profile away? And eventually, you start asking yourself the same question. Social media doesn't help either. Every scroll is a highlight reel of people being chosen. Someone got engaged, someone bought a house, someone found their dream job, someone has thousands of people liking their photos. Meanwhile, your brain quietly compares. Maybe they're more attractive, more successful, more interesting. Psychologists have studied this for years. The more we compare ourselves to carefully edited versions of other people's lives, the easier it becomes to believe we're falling behind. Not because we're failing, because we're measuring ourselves against performances instead of reality. But here's the paradox. The more afraid you are of being replaced, the more likely you are to accidentally push people away. Some people become clingy. They overthink every message. They constantly seek reassurance. Others do the exact opposite. They stop opening up. They leave first before they can be left. Completely different behaviors, the exact same fear. Both are attempts to avoid one painful possibility: being forgotten. Here's something nobody talks about. Feeling replaceable isn't actually about other people, it's about the story you've been telling yourself. Imagine your self-worth as a chair with four legs: relationships, career, friends. your relationship with yourself. Many people build their entire chair using only one leg. If their partner leaves, the whole chair collapses. If they lose their job, everything falls apart. But when your identity rests on multiple foundations, losing one doesn't destroy you. It hurts, but it doesn't define you. That's the difference between scarcity and abundance. A scarcity mindset believes love, success, and belonging are limited. If someone else wins, you lose. An abundance mindset understands something different. Someone else's value doesn't reduce yours. Another person's success doesn't erase your uniqueness. Love isn't a competition where only one person gets chosen, because the right relationships don't work like job interviews. People don't stay because you're objectively the best. They stay because you're uniquely you, and that's something nobody else can replace. Maybe the greatest lie modern culture has taught us is that we're all competing to become someone's number one option, but real connection has never been about being the best option. It's about being the right one. So the next time that quiet voice tells you you're replaceable, ask yourself one question. Did someone actually tell me I have no value, or is an old wound speaking with someone else's voice? Because those are not the same thing. You were never meant to spend your life proving you're impossible to replace. The people who truly matter won't keep you because nobody better exists. They'll keep choosing you because no one else can be you. And maybe that's the psychology we all forget. Your worth was never meant to be measured by how easily someone could replace you. It was always measured by something much quieter, something no algorithm, comparison, promotion, or swipe could ever take away. The simple fact that there has never been another you, and there never will be.